Well, Rick, let's start with Dakota Joshua getting back in the lineup tonight. It's kind of been a long time coming, but how does it feel to have him back?
Well, it's like making a major trade. He's a big kid that's got great hands. Obviously, he's played really well for this organization, especially last year. So we're really excited to have him back. He's gone through a lot of stuff, and I've loved the way he's dealt with it. And yeah, we're just happy for him.
Now you're excited to get his skill back out on the ice, but what does it add to the dressing room as well?
Well, he's a well-liked kid. He's turned into a leader too. He's got a big voice. So it's like I said, it's a major thing for us right now.
Can you talk a bit about, I know you've talked about Lincoln and a lot, but he's been such a key guy for you. Can you just, the things that not only the saves he makes, but maybe that trickles down throughout your game, that he hasn't really been bad ones, it seems like, the stuff, momentum, etc.
Yeah, I mean, you guys see like how he's in the game. He's obviously played awesome for us, but it's not even the game. It's the day-to-day preparation, practices. I mean, he's there early today watching video by himself. Another well-liked guy that got, guys want to do well in front of him. So, he's a stay-in-the-moment guy. Like I said, I think you guys told you a couple weeks ago, I don't even know if he knows who we play next game. He just knows that he's got the Islanders tonight, and that's all he thinks about, and he'll worry about practice tomorrow. That's what I love about the guy.
What do you think, here's a guy who had an opportunity to kind of grab the ball, or whatever that saying is. What does it say about guys like that? I mean, coaches must love guys who grasp opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, you root for guys like that. He was a week into camp, and he's not on a team yet, and he comes late to camp, and I'm sure he's going to be, whoever's going to be, I hope it's us, but he's going to do well next year. So if he continues on this path.
What about the opportunity for Lekkerimäki in the bumper on that power play?
Yeah.
Like, obviously he's a shooter, right? So is the instruction just to fire away?
Well, I think when you have a guy that talented, like Besser, the PK. I mean, you got to. I know others probably don't know much about him, but he's a guy that you give him just a second with a puck, it can be in the net. And when you have those bumpered, like Bo Horvat, like he's another one of those guys, especially when he was here, they're tough to defend because they just need a second, and it's off their stick in the net. So, Johnny's trending that way with his talent.
Ratu, a young player that obviously the Islanders saw a lot of value in, and you guys did as well when made the trade for Bo Horvat. How have you seen him kind of come into his own, and what do you think he can do impact-wise for your group?
Well, his work ethic is outstanding. I've never seen a young kid work as hard as he is. Now he's got to, there's some parts of his game he wants to go so hard all the time that he's got to slow the game down. That's probably his only thing that he's got to learn, and that comes with experience and maturity. I'm not worried about that, but his work ethic is something that you can't, you got to bottle because that guy's, he's the first guy on the ice, last one off the ice. So I'm really happy about his work ethic.
You had such high praise for Höglander in training camp, the way he reported. Season started all right. He's in a bit of a rut right now, obviously, and only played 9.5 minutes the other night. Where is he? Where are you with his game?
Yeah, I take I have to take some responsibility with that because I think I got to get him out there. I think he needs a few more minutes. Has he made some tough decisions that I have not liked without the puck? But he's a kid that I got to take responsibility. I got to coach him better. I think it's on me to get him out there more often. And he's a guy, he came up to me this morning, to be quite frankly, honestly, he goes, Toc, I'm not playing good for you. And I told him, well, I got to get you more ice time. So I think it's a give and take. I got to get him out there tonight because I think he's going to play with Dakota tonight. And he's going to have a good player to play with that they can, work the corners against. And that's what Hoggy is. He's a buzzsaw around the net.
Islanders are a team that have had some trouble closing games out. They've played a ton in overtime. As a coach, if you get to that point in a game in the third period where you're down a couple or you're close, is that something that you mention to your group if a team has struggled to close games out?
Well, I think it's hard as a coach because you always want to take the lead and stuff like that. But I think you don't want to make people nervous out there. I think you got to be careful. When you teach that sort of stuff to players and let things happen. But you have to make teams aware of it. You make your team aware of it. I mean, I don't know. I've watched the game. The others are, on a bit of a roll. I thought, they're a solid team. I mean, they're a dangerous team. That's the way they've always have been. They got some really good veteran players that know how to play the game. So, it's a tough team to play against.
we saw Brock in the hallway here
Yeah.
in sweats. I mean, I know we ask every day, but like just the fact that he's back and around the group and stuff, like, is this any sort of positive development? Or?
Yeah, I think honestly, it's and I don't want to say day-to-day thing because, but I look at it with those type of things. It's how do you feel? You know, some days you grab a couple of percent better, like it might be only a percentage at a time, but any positive day is a good day for him.
For you, you're healthy scratch early November, and then like there's.
Yeah, I thought you forgot about that. But,
Thanks everyone for.
You don't want none.
hello, this is Tim Horton. Tim Hortons, how may I help you?
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.